Okay, question number 3. I'm going to go through this nice and quickly, quick time. So this is 80. Okay, Asadullah, quick fire. F is equal to what?
80.
Because
It's
vertically opposite angles are equal. At the moment, we are orating them. We are talking about them. Later on, we will be writing them. Lovely. Right, this one is 70. What's this one here? E.
30.
30 degrees.
Because angles in a triangle are 180.
And you will have to write that down in the exam paper. What's G going to be equal to?
70.
G is going to be equal to
30. I mean 30.
30 degrees because on the same arc. So these two are equal. Lovely. Right, let's here's another arc over here on this side. Which angles are equal now? Let's have finish them off. One.
70.
So that will also be
70.
70. Sorted. Question number 4. Why is this? Okay, here's our first arc, and here's the angles on the other side that correspond to this one here and this one here. Okay, so we can rub this bit out. Okay, now I and J are equal. Do you know what any of them are? No. Okay, this is 90, so this will be 90. Okay, so next one is Abdullah, you'll answer your question. This one is 30. What's I going to be? I is going to be 60. Because 30 and 60 is 90. If that's 60, then J is also, because angles standing on the same arc are equal. Similarly, if we grab the other arc on the other side, this one here, we'll grab these angles instead. We'll grab these angles instead. So K and 30 equal. So that means K is also 30. Sorted. Okay, question number 5. Let's have Aliza at home. Aliza, who ate all the pizza? Aliza, join me. So we have here a straight line, Aliza, and we have angles at a point on a straight line. What do these two angles add up to?
180.
So what's M going to be?
30 degrees.
Fantastic. Lovely. That's 30. What is this angle here going to be, which is on this arc? So these two angles on the same arc. So this angle will be what?
30.
Also, fantastic. They haven't asked you to work it out, but you need to know it because you need to work out this angle. That's the question. So what's L going to be? Angles at a point on a straight line add up to 180. That's already 30. So what's I going to be? Or L, whatever it is.
150.
150. And job's done. Next question. Okay, let's have Eliza. Thank you for that, Eliza. Okay, next, Eliza.
N would be 20.
Because angles at a point on a straight line add up to
180.
180. There's the point and there's the straight line. So that's 20 is 110. Don't mix it up with Ben 10. That's going to be 130. So what's P going to be?
50.
50. If P is 50, what's Q going to be?
130.
130. If P is 50, what's R going to be?
50.
Because angles on the same arc are equal. R is 50. What's S going to be?
130.
Fantastic. I call this ping pong. You just bounce across the question. I know this about that. I know that about this side. You just bouncing through the question, working them all out. Okay, next question. I'm going to leave the harder ones for Abdullah at the end. Okay, number 7, Bilqis. 8's yours, Salia. Number 7. So this is 40 and T is
40.
Why is it 40? Because of the arcs. They're standing on the same arc, not because they're opposite. That's 40. Okay, what else?
U is 40 degrees.
Okay, U is 40 degrees. Why is it 40 degrees? Because it's opposite. What are you talking about? It's opposite. Let's talk about. I started the same arc as what? What's it starting the same arc as? It's starting the same arc as V. You don't even know what V is. How can you know what U is? If you're using the arc rule. Okay, let's use your arc rule here. Let's see. Dr. Bilqis is saying here's the arc, and there's this angle V. V is equal to U. Oh, congratulations, you don't know any of them. Hello? Hi. You can't use the arc rule on V and U. You have to use a different rule. Hint, hint. Look at the board. The rule's in blue. You don't use the arc rule to find out U. What do you use? Look at the screen. Look at the blue, the letter. What letter is it? Z. What's the angles called?
Alternate.
Alternate angles. Yes. Right. So U is equal to what? 40 degrees because alternate angles are equal. Is alternate angle with this one here? Okay, now, if that's 40, now you can say V is 40 because they stand on the same arc. You can say now because you already have one of them. You can't say if you don't have any of them. Okay, question number 8, Salih, have you done any? You have.
Again,
Do another one.
um,
Question number 8.
so then opposite the right hand triangle would be a right triangle.
So first of all, tell me where the another 45 goes.
45 will go there.
There. Because alternate angles are equal. Now what else can you do?
And then on the other side, it'd be 45.
45 because they're standing on the same arc. So they are 45. This is 45. There's another arc on this side.
Yeah,
That makes these two also
45.
45, 45. But we don't need that. We need this one. What's that one going to be?
Then this one's going to be 135.
Fantastic. Lovely. Question number 9. Let's go to Aliza in Coventry. Okay, Aliza. Right. What should you recognize straight away first, Aliza? I'll hint to you with the color.
You have the arrows.
What do they mean? Tell me what they mean.
The arrows mean
Mean that
that
two lines are
the lines are parallel.
beautiful. Yes, correct. I'm just correcting them up. That those two lines are parallel. So if they're parallel, what arrangement do we have here?
You
Alternate angles are
65 degrees.
equal. Here's the arc over here, and here's the angles which are on the arc. So that means y is also equal to,
65 degrees.
because angles of the same arc are equal. Are we happy with that?
Mhm.
Okay, question number 10. Okay, Asadullah.
Yes.
Question number 10. Tell me what's happening with this here. What's happening?
So the other one would be 85. The equal, but this one,
Because they are,
alternate angles.
okay, now that's 85 and that one's 70. Why is it so fat? I'll talk about you. The pen, okay.
So,
80 75 is 155.
and so the
So this one will be what?
25,
25. What will Z be?
25.
Why will that be Z 25?
Angles and arc are
Because those two angles are standing on the same arc. So that will be 25. All sorted? Okay, next question. Number 11 is for Madame Eliza. Okay, number 11. Right, first of all, I'm going to rub this out. I'm going to rub this out. And then I'm going to ask Eliza to explain to the class, why have I highlighted these two? What's the significance of those two lines, Eliza?
They're parallel.
Okay, now,
Well, they're not parallel, but I don't know.
no, give me a different word. Parallel is, if they
Oh,
are
they're
literally
equal.
parallel, those two lines mean they are of
Same
equal length.
length.
Fantastic. So this length here is equal to
The other
length.
length.
Yeah, so the two red lengths are equal. Are you happy with that? So
Yeah.
that means that this 20 is equal to,
At 20.
because they are the base angles of an isosceles triangle. That will have to be written in the, okay. 20 is 40. What's this angle here?
That would be 140.
And what will this angle here be?
40.
Okay, lovely. What else do we know? Okay, do we know? If that's 40, what will this one here be?
40.
Okay, if that one's 40, 20 at 40 is 60. What will this one be?
120.
And then what will that be?
120.
Sorted. Lovely. Okay, question number 12, Mr. Abdullah. Not you. Right. So, Salih done this question earlier. She gave me the right answer with the wrong reasons. I'm not constructed. You got to give me the right geometrical reasons. So, let's start with this one here. If this is 100, what is this one for Abdullah? This will also be 100. Why is that? Okay, lovely. Now tell me what's the significance of these two lines?
It means that it's an isosceles.
It means this length is equal to that length, which means this angle is equal to, so if 100 from 180 is 80, divided by 2 is 40, yes? Fantastic. Okay, right, let's get different because that's disgusting. This one. Right, here comes my arc here. There's my arc. There's the angle of the green arc. So what you realize about the 40, is there another 40 somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes, where's that the 40?
Where
Yes, on the green bit. If that's 40, well, HB, why is that 40? Fantastic. Okay. So can somebody remind me what the rule for the part 1 rule was? What was it?
angles having the same mark of this like an equal.
Right. Sorted. Right, question number 2. Right, let's have a reader for me, please. Let's be Aliza. Aliza, please read the rule number 2 first, please.
The angle which an arc subtends at the center of a circle is twice that which it subtends at the circumference.
Here's my arc as before. It's part of the circumference. It makes this angle in the middle according to our diagram so far, yes? This is the middle angle. This is the angle of the circumference. So the middle one is double the top one. So from the same points, we make the middle angle. From the same points, we make the top angle as well. So that's what it means. Okay, are we first of all, everybody happy with the top one is half the middle one? Are we all happy with that? So there's the arc that we're talking about. This arc is responsible for these 2 angles, and that's a special arrangement. Are we happy with that, Eliza?
Yes.
Are we happy with that, Eliza?
Yeah.
Talia?
Yeah.
Bilkis?
Yeah.
Good. Didn't ask you. You were wrong. Okay, now, you won't believe this, but the question next to it is an extreme variation of the original question. So if you think of this shape, the first shape that we have over here, if you think of this shape as, say, for example, can somebody tell me what shape, what in our lives or in history lessons does this shape look like? A banana. What kind of bananas have you been eating? Okay. Eliza, can you help me? I'm suffering from the aftershocks of having a class. He goes, the orange shape looks like a banana. Okay. Right. Can somebody tell me what that shape reminds them of in anything in their life? Reminds them of a? Okay, you're saying a kite. Somebody else? Talia?
Yeah.
It reminds you of what?
Reminds me of fight.
Of an arrowhead. An
Arrowhead.
An arrow of a bow and arrow.
You don't see
It'd be like that.
bones.
Because you guys have not watched the, what's that movie called?
Yeah, well, I know it is that.
Small stuff.
No, it's that lady, that girl.
That movie, that one
Tom,
Brave.
Tom,
Called Brave.
No, it's not. Tomb Raider. That one. And it's Lana Crossing Road.
Okay, I think they've gone crazy here, Liza. I'm glad you're over there. Okay, let's get back to this question. What they've done in this next question here is, okay, Asadullah?
Yes.
All right. You want to have your lesson outside with all the spiders and stuff? Now, if I get these 2 points and I move them up here, and I keep this point stationary, you know what? I end up with this shape here. So this shape here is an extreme variation of the original shape. So that makes, I don't know, obviously that's a quadrilateral. So it's making that other shape here. So both pink shapes here are related. They have the same rule applied to them. This is the circumference angle here at the circumference, called the x. This is the one at the center, we call it 2x. So the second diagram of Bilkis is an extreme variation of the first one, but they got the bottom 2 legs and they just move them up there. It's the same thing. It's the same rule happening. Okay, we're happy with that, Asadullah? Salo?
Yes.
Okay. Girls at home, are you happy with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Right, let's go to, okay. Right, let's just do a cut and paste first of all. Copy. Okay, the rule's right there. So when I say the rule, I mean all of this. There's a simpler way, right, of saying that. The angle subtended at the center is double that of the circumference. Okay, lovely. Let's have question number 1 for Bilqis.
50 degrees.
She smashed it, man. Why?
Because half the.
Because here's the arc.
Yes.
From this arc, we make the middle angle and the circumference angle. And the top one is always half of the middle one. Fantastic. Okay, next question. Question number 2, Salia. This one's outside is 140. So the inside one will be?
And 60. No, 40.
It'll be 40. That one's 40. The middle one will be?
How? Oh,
Double.
we double it.
Okay, next question is yours, Aliza. So we have a really big arc here. And the center angle is 200. What will be the one of circumference?
The circumference would be 160.
It'll be half of the center one. So these two are connected. This one is double of that one. This one is double of that one. This one is double of that one. Are we getting it, Aliza?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have to halve the 200 to give you 100, not 160 or something like that. Okay, Eliza, question number 4, please. Yeah, you guys. So
E
what
would
will
be
E be?
130.
So what will the one of the circumference be? Sorry, the center.
260.
Sorted, girl. Smash them all up. By the way, this question here, the next one is a variation. So normally the question will be like this. They've got this point and they moved it down to here. So this question here, number 5, is identical to the rule here, but they've just moved the top tip instead. So everybody go. Let's smash up the page. Let's pause the video because we don't need to record gaps.
One.
Well, let's go back to the questions. Which question are you asking about, Eliza?
11.
Okay, now, first of all, that dot is very important. What does that dot mean?
That the W is 2 times bigger.
That dot means it's the center of the circle. Whenever they give you the
Yeah.
whenever they give you a dot near the center of the circle, it is the center of the circle. Mathematically, it is. That's what it is. So this is called a straight angle. How many degrees in a straight angle?
180.
And what's half of
Oh.
180?
90.
Actually, by the way, the question that we just done now is also a extreme variation of our original rule, because if you look at it, here's the arc subtended at here's arc. This is the angle subtended at the center, and this is the angle subtended at the circumference. So this is also another variation of that particular rule. And he also actually has his own name, has his own rule number as well. Done. Okay. Bilqis, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on then, let's get started, girl. So that's 160. This will be what, Bilqis? That's going to be 20 because
They added 280.
angle. Okay, and what's I going to be?
10.
Are you sure?
80.
What? Eh? You're just making things up.
No, I'm not sure.
So here's your arc. This is the angle subtended at the center. And from the same arc, this is the subtended at the circumference. So the circumference is half that of the, yeah, so this one is half of that one. Are we happy with that? Okay, did you get that right, Eliza?
Yes.
So this is isosceles triangle. So J will be 20, 20, 20. I'll give you 40. That will be 140. That will be 40 because angles of straight point, angles of the point straight line is 180. So this bit here is 180. And then that's one at the circumference. This one will be at the center, which will be 80. Mark your work, please, as you go along. You get a red pen, mark your work, self-marking. Let me move this.
800.
80 degrees.
Oh, God, I think someone's
Second
down.
question.
Excuse me. Go on then, go to question 9 for us.
Really?
So this one here is 220.
Yeah.
It is angle which is at the center. So what will S be?
140.
Because angles at a point.
Added.
This is 220. Let's go back now to this one. This one here is 220. This is connected to this one.
Yeah, so that'll be 110.
That will be 110, which is related to Ben 10.
I thought that would be 70.
Next one. So we have this angle. There we go. You got this rule happening twice. You got it happening that way and that way.
That T will be 70.
The T will be 70. Fantastically spotted, young man.
I did that.
Sorted. So the same rules being used twice. Which rule is that?
I did number
The
10.
angle subtended at the center is twice that the circumference. Okay, question 10, Salia, go.
Okay, so basically you'd be 15. And then.
You haven't explained nothing.
What?
This is called a radius,
Yeah.
and it's the same size as this line, which is called a,
It's an isosceles.
it's called a radius. They're both radii.
Yeah.
So that means these are the base angles of our isosceles triangle. So U is
15. And
15. That will be,
And then that would be 150.
and then that one will be
30.
finished.
But wait.
Okay, number 12. Let's have Asadullah, please.
What about 11?
11's done.
Oh,
Easy
how did you
one.
get that?
Straight line, straight angle,
You can do
180.
whatever you want. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, sorry. I thought you can create your own version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something.
I think she's confused. I'm going to ask the create on pizza. Okay, question number 12. Go.
So basically,
So here's your arc here. This is the angle subtended from the arc from the center, and this is the one on the same arc at the circumference. So how are these two connected?
that's going to y is equal to 65.
Y is equal to 65.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now,
And you can what's another angle?
so what's this angle here?
230.
So what's that going to be?
You have to add them all up and
Minus it from?
260.
Fantastic. The answer is
Oh,
Yes.
35.
sorted. We all mark the work.
They're all right.
Yeah,
Actually, I didn't mark that much. Let me mark that. Can you keep it there?
Okay, how many get right, Eliza?
I got most of them right. I just got number 12 wrong.
Okay.
Is that Eliza that goes to grammar school?
She's come to our house.
That one. Oh, and
Yeah.
his little sister comes here, Aisha.
No, that's another Lisa.
Oh.
No, the Lisas. This is Lisa's come from commentary.
I don't know who this is.
Okay, can we just quickly move on to rule number 3 now?
What year is she in? Yeah.
What year are you in, Eliza, now?
7.
This is GCSE class.
Okay, are you sure you're supposed to be in this class, Eliza?
Yep.
Okay, Lisa, when you're supposed to join the year 7 maths class?
Nope.
Because the year 7 maths class is runs from 5 till 8, 5 till 7.
Yeah.
And you've joined the GCSE class. Do you like this class, Eliza?
Yeah.
Okay, this is for years 10 and 11. Are you sure you should be in this class?
I'm gonna go say parents.
You can't be in this class if you like it now. I'm not going to be ageist and say because you're very young, you can't be in this class. If you understand the work, you can be in this class. That's no problem. Yeah? Are you okay so far? Are you okay in this class so far, Eliza? She disappeared. She's still on Pakistan. Eliza,
Probably telling her mom.
are you here?
Blame it on her.
Eliza? Eliza?
Yeah,
What year are you in, Eliza?
year 10.
In year 10, then
Eliza's in year 10 and that girl in year 7.
But still,
What is going on here?
Dad, you should have been more clear about that.
No, I forgot.
You just find out because I asked you.
No, that's good. Yes, I told myself. I can't remember when she's come for 11 plus. Because maybe 3 years.
I
ago.
think I am meant to be here.
Okay, no problem. Okay. I've got to explain to your dad. Okay, right. The angle is right. The next rule is nice and easy.
That's gonna be.
So we have a semicircle here. Can you see the semicircle?
Yes, I clearly see that.
In a semicircle, the angle in a semicircle is always what angle? 90 degrees there. And that's the rule. End of story. 90 for everything like that style.
Yeah, instead of using that rule, couldn't you say that that line is 180 and just divide that by 2?
But it has to be a point to indicate that it's a half a circle.
So would that rule be okay for us to use that?
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word that you're saying.
No, it
Says that's 90 for what's A going to be?
So, but and the center of the circle. twice that which is subtends at
50.
the circumference. Could I use that rule?
For this?
Yeah.
You mean, for example, this one's 180
Yeah.
and that's 90. Those two are absolutely identical, but we just say, we miss out that part of the explanation and we just say that the angle in the semicircle is 90. It's like, it is the same rule, really. It's identical. Okay, right. So this angle will be 90 because the center one's 180. There you go, 90. If that's 90, what will AB, Eliza?
50.
Because
Because angles in a triangle add to 180.
okay, so Eliza, what's B?
60.
And what's this angle here?
90.
And what's C?
30.
Sorted. These are easy questions. Smash them. Go.
You get it. So please stop on me. I don't want to do this.
Okay, question number 3. Question number 3, everybody will quickly go through it now. So this line and this line mean these two angles are
Equivalent.
not equivalent, they're equal. They're equal. The base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. This angle has to be 90 because this one is 180. So that one is 90. Okay. But we have to, when you use the rule, you have to say angle in a semicircle is 90. Use that instead, even though the other one works as well. So these will both be
45.
45, 45. Okay, the next question, this little dot is very important dot.
Or dot.
That dot there. Okay, now it says that AB equals BC. So if I get the highlighter, so AB
So G will
is equal to BC, which means those two are what?
equal.
They are equal.
So
If they're equal, which means that G and 20 will be the same. Okay.
reading this question.
Eliza, H, what's H going to be?
H will be 140.
If H is 140, what will I be?
40.
If I is 40 and this triangle here, I use different color. This triangle is a triangle in a semicircle. Then what will this angle here be then?
90.
And that's already 40. That's 90. Well, JB,
50.
50. Okay, question 5.
I have a debate.
What?
No, for that one. No, the dot is.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that represent 180 and then that would be 90 at the top?
180 where?
That's 90.
Yeah, we
But
did say that.
Would it be an isosceles triangle?
It's not a isosceles triangle.
But it has a dot.
The dot just means it's in the center. It doesn't mean you got isosceles triangle. It just means the triangle's on the diameter. That's all. It doesn't mean anything to do with the isosceles. Proper thing, man. Question number 5, Bilkis. So here's the special important dot. Is 180? Yes, that is 180, obviously.
That's the top of 90.
And what's this one here?
That's 90.
So what's this one here?
That's 35.
And what's this one here?
That's 35. Yeah, 35.
Is it?
Yeah.
35 or 35 is 90. And they're both up to 90.
45.
55. And what's K?
Yeah. 35. 35.
Okay, question number 6, Salia.
So
Yeah, what kind of special lines do you have?
it's like a Z. Is it F angle?
It's not like a Z angle, it is a Z angle.
So you know L, you know the opposite of 30, that one there, and right it'd be 30. And that'd be a 90-degree angle on both sides. And then
So that would be
and that would be 60.
sorted. Lovely. Okay, question number 7, Aliza. Yes, you, madam.
That we can
So the
Tell me something special about this triangle. This
The
triangle is in a,
it's a right angle triangle.
it's a triangle in a semicircle, so that would be 90 because this one is 180. So that's now. We also have, what other arrangement do we have in this question?
The 70 degrees.
We have another arrangement called Z angles. So that's 70. What will this angle here be?
That would be 20.
20. So what will M be?
20.
Because alternate angles are equal. Okay, lovely. Question number 8. Thank you for that. Eliza, tell me something special about this line, and this line. What's special about them?
Are they all equal?
They're all equal. Why are they all equal?
Because it's in the center.
Because they are radii. Yeah? Because of the
right.
center, so they're all radius. So each line is a radius line. So they have to be equal to each other.
Okay.
So lovely. Let's go. So that one's 30. So these two are the base angles of an isosceles triangle. So that will have to be 30. Okay. Now, also this big triangle here is in a semicircle. That's 180. So together they make 90. So n will be equal to
60.
Done. Question number 9. Salia. It says AB equals AC. So let's put AB and AC on. So this is AB. This is AC. And they equal. That means this is the base angles of a isosceles. So the big angle is 70.
And then that's 140. So
And then hang on 1 second. They also have this is in a semicircle here. So this one here is 180. This one here will be 90. 90. 70, 70 on the bottom. 70, 70 is 140. What's the top one going to be?
40.
40. So we need to work out the P now. Remember, 70 is the big red angle. It's not the P. So 40, add the P, gives you 90. So what's the P? 50. So this bottom will be 20 because that's how they make 70. I'll rub that off from here because it might get confusing a bit. So that's 50, that's 20. Done? Okay. So the special dot, these two lines mean they are equal. Okay, that means these two angles are equal. What's going on? So the line go. 25 is 150. So 25 is 50. That gives you 130 up there. The whole lot. And what's the one inside? The one inside is 90 because it's a triangle and semicircle. So that means R must be 40. 40, 25 is 65. So that will be, and then that will be
65.
sorted. Okay, question number 11. Right. Sally, what do you realize about these arrows?
They're opposite each other.
That means that these two lines are parallel. And tell me something about this triangle.
Sorry. The base angle is 55.
This triangle this is 180.
Okay.
This one here will be,
190.
and that one will also be, and this one will then be
1 second. 35. 45. 45.
I have difficulty in making 90. And then this one will be,
35.
and then this one will be, Sorted. Okay, question number 12. Let's have Eliza. Tell me something, Eliza, special about this line, and this line, taking consideration that's the center. Tell me about those straight lines.
They're all the same. They're all equal.
They're all equal. So that makes these the base angles of an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 40 is 140.
140.
So that makes
that's
1 into
70.
70. Now, do you have any, what else do we know? We know that this angle here is
180.
it will have to
So
be
90.
90. And what other arrangement do we have? We have this arrangement here. So this angle is equal to
40.
angle, which is equal to 40
40.
is equal to
50.
sorted. Go. Sorted. Right, lovely. Back to you, Eliza, in Coventry. This line and this line means what, Eliza?
It means they're parallel to
Means
each.
they're equal. Parallel ones are these ones. These are the parallel ones.
Okay.
Okay, parallel are like arrowheads, and the lines just mean equal length. So those two are equal. That means these two are base angles of our isosceles triangle. So they both are 10. 10, 10 is 20. That leaves you with
100.
160. Okay, what else do we know? Okay, so let's have a look. So we know that this angle, so this length is the same as
That.
this length is the same as this length, because this is the
'cause,
center. Okay, what else do we know? Okay, right. So we know that this is 180. Is that right?
yeah.
So this will be what?
Which one?
Well, this will this one be,
That one would be 20,
and this one will be
70,
because 20 and 70 is
90.
because the angle subtended the center is double that at the circumference, so that is going to be 70. If that's 70 here, that means this line is equal to this line isosceles triangle. V is also,
70.
and we finished. Done. That one. This one's 110. This is 30. That will be 30. This will be 90 because there's that will be 90. 30, 110 is 140, 40. Finished. Break time. So, right, the next rule number 4. Bilqis, read it to us, please. Rule number 4.
The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral added to 180.
Okay, let's have Eliza. What does it mean by cyclic quadrilateral, Eliza?
Does it mean
Or you can say cyclic, as Mr. Sula saying. Yeah, cyclic. Go on.
does it mean that all the angles add up to 180?
No, it means when you talk about the cyclic or cyclic quadrilateral, it means that each corner of the quadrilateral is touching a part of the circle. So that's corner 1 touches, then corner 2 touches somewhere else, corner 3 and corner 4. So it goes around like if you go round and round in a cycle, or your wheels turning round and round. Yeah, okay. I'll be happy with that. So what they're saying here, they are saying that these two angles here are equal to 180 if you add them up. Are you happy with that, Bilqis? So question number 1, Eliza, carry on. So this is 50. What else is 50? Sorry, this is 50 and 50 and another angle added 180. So
A would be 130.
because these two angles are connected together as opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, and
So
these also are opposite.
So it would be 280.
That will be 100. Because the green ones add up to 180 and the gray ones add up to 180.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking of 360.
Yeah. Okay, next question is yours, Eliza. Number 2. This one is 75, so this one will be,
105.
this one's 85 outside, so this one will be,
95.
these two are opposite each other, so that one will be
85.
sorted. Smash it up, please. Go. Stop.
Did you just like not pour anywhere?
No, we did some of it. We just didn't do the rest of it. Tough. What's rule number 5? Let's have Lisa read for me, please.
The which part do I read?
I'm bringing it down for you.
Okay.
There, read it.
The angle between a tangent and a radius is a right angle.
Nice, beautiful, simple rule. Simple as that. So if you have a radius coming from the center and it meets a tangent, then they will always meet at 90. So what I advise you to do first of all in this sheet is find all the 90s and put a highlighter there. So I think there should be one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. So first of all, quickly identify where all the 90s go. How are you doing, Bilkis? Are we okay? We're not tired, are we?
Are there only 2 on each one? Or can there be multiple?
There can be multiple ones. It depends on how many times the radius touches the tangent. Remember, the radius is inside, the tangent is touching the outside. So you need to identify where all the right angles are. Asadullah, are we doing maths or what's happening? Are you doing maths? You are. Okay, let's do maths only, yeah? Talk about the Christmas collection later on. Good. Don't talk about anything, just do maths. Just do maths. Don't talk about maths.
What? Said don't talk about that.
So I've gone around the whole shape. I've identified all the 90s, and that will then help you when you do the next part and you start actually working out the question. I'm identifying what all the 90s are occurring. So you find your own 90s. I missed one out here too. What was that? Can you hear that?
Where is it though?
I think it's, you know when you walk around the,
The previous road.
you know when you go around, yeah, so the
Yeah.
gully is down there. Yeah. If you,
Wow, you just got-
yeah, I am doing maths. Hey, look, what have you done in maths?
Geometry something there, like
We're
of that.
doing,
He's
we're doing
Gen,
third gen.
he's Gen Z.
I think the police again.
Oh no, they're not coming here.
Hold that.
I guess the Poco. Oh yeah, that's true.
He has his side. He has his part. Why are you going so fast?
Why not?
Okay. Wait, am I in the same sheet as you? Yeah, I
You worked about? He's finished? No more.
Look, I have this
No.
one.
Have you worked out the missing angles? Allahu Akbar. I said identify the right angles first, Then we
Dad, you're okay. Dad, you're okay.
look at the missing angles.
Not at the party, right?
I'm gonna kill
You
my dad.
need a break.
It's not funny. You're gonna hurt my dad.
When Elisa just come to the house, she was just so helpful and so nice. But she's not hated. She can't help me. And she can't protect me from these crazy students.
I'm not crazy.
Elisa, please come next week.
She doesn't want to come.
She does. She's a love her lessons here.
Yeah.
Only person that doesn't want to come is Eliza because she lives in down. Yes.
I'm not crazy.
No. Excellent. Yeah.
Dad needs more shush too.
That was amazing.
You just got shush.
He did.
Shush.
Okay, right. At the moment, Bilkis isn't working at any angles. She just happened to identify the right angles. So the first one that's been done for you. Question number 4. Okay, I've actually missed a right angle out here.
Sir, can I answer that question?
You go on then.
D
So-
equals 55.
D equals 55.
The diamonds are equals 125.
That equals 100
And that is 65.
and then that means it is fantastic. Next one. What type of special arrangement is this?
It's a,
So these ones automatically, without them telling you, you should know they are. Oh gosh, what happened there?
F equals 35. Boom.
So this line, because the tangents are parallel, the meet because this 90 is here, that means these are parallel here. So that's 35 and F is
35.
35. Excellent. 65. This one's 90. So this one will be 25.
Fair.
And then this one will be 40. Yes? Because it's isosceles triangles, all right? So this line is equal to this line, which is equal, these two angles equal. So 40, 25, 65, 65 is 130. So G will be 50. Okay, next one.
That's 9.
This one is 180. That one is. Then that one is. And then the special arrangement here. So this one will be 30, 90. Then that one will be
it's really cold
60.
now.
Okay. These two lengths are equal, which means this length is equal to this length, which means the base angles are equal. So that will be, and then that will be, then that will be 40. Opposite 80. So these ones are 90 and 90, and a quadrilateral adds up to 180. So that one will be 100. 50. That one's 90. That one will be 40, and that one will be
140.
40. And these two are the radii. So that will be 20 and 20. Lovely. So that's 25, that's 90. That will be,
65.
and that will be 180 minus 65. 180 minus 65, 115.
150.
And this one will be
65.
sorted. Okay, that's 80. And these two are
Equal.
equal because they are both radii. That's going to be 50, and that's going to be 50. And then we also have a Z arrangement here. So that means another 50. That's 50. That one will be 50. 50, 50, 90, that will be 40. Sorted, everybody. I hope you go together home. Eliza, are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Eliza?
Yeah.
I think we're on the last rule now. No, last one. Come on. 2 more exercises. Last rule. Okay, question rule number 6. Let's Salih read the rule, please.
The angle between a tangent and a chord equals the angle in the opposite segment.
So this one is very special. Here's the tangent. It's meeting the chord. And there's other segment. And then I call it a Z flick. Because you make a Z and you flick the end of it. So actually that you flick the end of the Z. So what do we know about the Z flick? That these two are. So that's A and that's B. We say A is equal to B. Sorted. Are we happy with that? So this is a bit of a strange one, but just bear with me, please, ladies. So let's have a look. So I'm starting question 2 first because my question 1's been crushed.
So that'll be 60.
So you do a flick at the end of the Z. So you're making a Z from the outside through the shape on the inside. So let's have Eliza. So what's D going to be, Eliza?
60.
Okay. So there's my Z, Eliza. It's not a parallel Z because we now how do I do the flick? Where is this flick?
You just go down a little bit.
And the flick is equal to which bit?
75.
Correct. Sometimes can you have more than one flick? Yes.
Yeah.
So you can have one Z over here, and then you can have another Z. You got two flicks. You have the orange one and the blue one. So that will be 50, and that one will be 70. That'll give you 120, and that'll give you 60. Sorted. Go, everybody. Is that making sense, Abdullah? Can you see the Zs?
Oh, sir.
Yes, sir.
Number 5, question 5.
Question 5, yes.
Yeah. So would H be 25? Or 85, please.
Which one?
Question 5.
So here you go. You start here. You go here. You make the Z, and then you flick it. Flick the Z. So these two ones of that color are equal. And then we do another Z on this side. We come down here. We go down here. We finish the Z at the bottom. Then we flick it up. So these two are equal. So this one is 85, and this one is 25. That'll give you 110, and that will make that one equal to 70. So you have to find color in, use different colors, everybody. So here's the Z, here's the flick. Go around identifying your Zs. Z flicks. Color code them.
Dad, when you speak to you.
Yes.
I need to speak to you.
So I've been identifying the Z's. You know, he's filling the answers. So this is 75, that will be 75. They're the base angles of an isosceles triangle. That will also be 75. That's going to be 150. So that will be 30, 105. That will be 75. This blue one's 80, this blue one's 80. This one will be, and then we have the base angles of isosceles triangles over here. So that'll be 40 and 40. Okay, what else do we know? 80 add 40 is 120. That's 60, that's 140. That one is 40, which is linked to the brown one. 75, this one's going to be 75. This is also 75 because it's a Z angle as well. 75, 75 is 150. 30. This is 30. This is base angles of isosceles triangle. That will be
75, 75.
And then this orange one is equal to this orange one. Done. This red one is equal to this red one. That flick. 70. And that'll be 120. Then that one will be 60. And the blue ones are equal to that's 50, 60, and that'll be 60. Yeah. So we have a here. Here comes the Z's. You can work back from the Z as well. From the flick, that's 50, that's 50. Yeah. These lines mean that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. So that's 30, that will be 30, that's 60, that will be 120 to make 180. And that will be 60 and 50 is 110. That will be 70. 70, that's 120, that will be 60. Job done. And the last one is for your homework. It's like mixture. That's like everything mixed together. So the best part of today's lesson, you'll have to leave those sheets behind. One's done for classwork. Put your name on there, put the date on it, leave it behind, take the blank one home. And fill up the blank one and bring it back.
We're going to use this one as
Yeah, then you just copy all the answers. You just done it. So hand in the classwork and do the homework from memory. Okay, girls, right. The homework is exactly the same thing. Memorize the rules. Do parts 1 to part 6 and part 7 for homework. Lisa and Eliza, do you understand what the homework is?
Yes.
So print out a second copy, put the first copy away, give it to your parents. Don't look at the first copy because you just basically end up copying and then do it fresh from the rules, okay? You can use the copy answers, the one you've done today, for marking after you've done it. No, because then you probably use it for doing the questions as well. I don't trust you, especially you. I trust Eliza and I trust Eliza, but not you. Okay, everybody, see you next week. Eliza, is one of your siblings coming tomorrow?
Yeah, Isa.
So what class is he joining?
I'm not sure. I don't think
it's
he's joining the year 7.
Yeah, the year 7 class was today on Friday. You can't join that one. How old is he?
He's 9 and he's studying for the 11 plus.
Yeah, your dad goes, he wants to try him in the year 4 class first.
Yeah, he has to do a bit of revising.
Yeah, so the year 4 class starts at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll see him then, inshallah. See you there, right from then. Okay?
Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.